Hi guys, back again. I've just been for a run and I've done a little bit of weightlifting. I thought I'd keep it light-hearted today. On this second one, we did quite a serious live this morning that was 2 hours long, and I really enjoyed it. It was brilliant. We did speak a lot about the carnivore diet, keto diet, but we mainly spoke about Elvis's health, what different illnesses he had. Quite a detailed discussion all about the different illnesses he had. So I thought we'll just keep it just quite light-hearted now. And we'll go back to talking about the movies. I think we got up to about 1963 on his movies. So I'm going to go back to that and carry on from there. We're trying to bit by bit go through the movies. So let's have a look. Let me just find the link. Quite a good link that just lets you go through all the movies. And what I tend to do is go to YouTube. Let's find it. I go to YouTube and I play the videos of each movie, just little clips. I do have to keep the music out, mind, because it Hi Deborah, we just need a few more minutes for everyone to sort of twig that I'm on. I always find sometimes it takes 15, 20 minutes, and then people start joining. Let's find it at the movies. So Deborah, you got a favorite movie? I've got so many links here. I've literally got hundreds of links here because every time I find something interesting, I'm going to go a different way. Let's do it a different way. I wonder if I put it in my channel, I wonder if it will find one of my old videos that I made about the movies to see if it comes up. Problem is, I've got 4,000 videos, and even if I was trying to look for it myself, girls. And were you on earlier, Tracy? I found an app that gives you all the films free, and you can mirror them to your TV. And it's called, I actually put the name of it. It's called, where are we? Oh, what's it called again? Something motion. Let me try and find it. I actually put it down on a note. Let's have a look. Hang on, we're going to find it. Were you on earlier, Deborah? Let's see. Is that it? Oh, no. Actually, I also found Sharrow. You know Sharrow? Let me press play. Which is free on YouTube. Is that how you say it? Sharrow? Free on YouTube. So if you want Sharrow, it's free. If you want Lovely Tender, it's free in black and white and colour. If you want Loving You, free on YouTube as well. There's a couple of others. I found some movies that just give you 1 to 10. 1 to 10. I want to give you something motion. Let's see who I sent it to. I must have sent it to someone. Ria, do you know that motion free app that gives you free movies? Motion. Where is it? Motion. That's just annoying. I can't find it now. What was it called? Daily Motion. Tracy, how are you? Okay. I've just been for a run and I've done a bit of weightlifting. Right, Daily Motion. I've got about an hour before my kids get home. So, Deborah, it's Daily Motion. Right, I need to type it into my thing. I don't even know why that disappeared. Right, it's there. So a funny thing happened. I was doing a live stream on my carnival diet on my separate channel, and Elvis Forever joined in and started chatting, which I liked. I'm blessed to have all his movies on DVD. I'm gifted to me as a birthday. Ooh, that's very nice. Very nice. So anyway, just for anyone that comes and watches this later, I found an app. I'm in the UK, and it's called Daily Motion, and it had basically every single movie that Elvis has made, and they're all free. And you can mirror it to your TV if you've got that. If the TV is a modern one and your phone is modern, you can mirror it. Yeah, because I've started watching all the movies bit by bit. I'm going through them all, which is taking a while. I'm starting to realise that a lot of the films that I started to think were not that good from memory, I'm watching them now, and they're actually quite good. And Elvis's acting, actually, if you really watch him properly, like I do, is bloody good, pretty good. And some of his co-stars as well. Right, let's have a look. So we've got 33 movies. Let's get to, I think we were on 1963. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, we are. So, hang on. It was actually a very good app, this. I think it was called IMBD. There's a few that are doing it. Here we go. It's called IMDb Movie List. See, look. I don't know if it's not very clear. IMB. There's a video on YouTube channel called Our Ewan. He watched all movies and give very funny breakdown. So what's it called? It says Our Ewan. Our Ewan. Let me just type that in. Right, keep it quiet, please, Rio. Right. Our Ewan. You say Ewan. You sure it's Ewan? I'm just looking now. No, it's not coming up. Have I spelt that right? Our Ewan. EUAN. Doesn't seem to be coming up. Let me try it. Let me just type it. Our AEUAN. It's not coming up. Let me see if I put it on Google. Yes, he's Scottish guy. My favorite Elvis movies. Jailhouse Rock. Pretty good film. What's that? Come on, what was that song we were singing the other day, Tracy? And he sings it by the pool. Let me try it on here. Our Ewan. It's not coming up. It's not coming up, unfortunately. I wonder if I put Our Ewan YouTube. Our Ewan. And I'll put YouTube as well. I'll type in YouTube. See if it comes up. Aha! Found it! Just subscribed. Tracy. Our Ewan. Got it. On there, mate. And the first thing, I watched every Elvis movie and it went insane. Thank you. Thanks, Tracy. Is his name Vinceno? Let's have a look. Oh, wow. It's got a few on there. All right. Is there a Titanic one? Looks good. There's only 11 videos on there. I'm going to give him a like.
Real issues in Elvis's life.
I'm going to give him a like and tell him I loved it. Loved it. Okay, right. So where are we? Of course he's Scottish. Come on, Tracy. Right. My favourite Elvis movie is Jailhouse Rock. I agree. Brilliant film. And what's the Treat Me Nice? Yeah. Treat Me Nice. Can you sing it to me, please? He does this. Treat me nice. Right. Baby, I don't care. You're so square. Baby, I don't care. You are singing to me. Let's have a look. Yeah, you won. That's it. Gina. So, okay, I got it. Vincenzo. How are you, Vincenzo? Are you still here? No. We've just come on now. What it is? My kids are finishing school at 3, so I've got 55 minutes to quickly do a live, and we're going to do one about the movies, Gina. Yeah. So we've done a couple on the movies, and I think we're up to 1963. We're just going to go through them a bit. I can't play any music, but I can play a little bit of the trailers as long as I cut the music out and we just talk about them a little bit. And we're trying to work out what our favourite movies was. I've got a few favourites. Probably King Creole and Jailhouse Rock. Yeah. When I become a bit older, more of a teenager. But when I was younger, I did like the more cornier ones like Viva Las Vegas, GI Blues. Right, so are you still here for Miles Go Lou? I had my tea, washed dishes, read half of the Kathy Westmoreland book, which a friend lent to me. Right, I don't know what the Kathy Westmoreland book is. Is that anything to do with Elvis? So I'm doing good. What's your favourite Elvis concert movie? That's the Way It Is, or Elvis on tour? Oh, it's got to be That's the Way It Is. It's got to be. But I love them both. The That's the Way one, I watched that my whole life. I was addicted to it because when I was a kid in the early 80s and the late 70s, it was the only video that I had. Was it a video? Yeah, well, actually, it could have been later in the 80s. Yeah, I had That's the Way It Is on video. So I kept playing that over and over again. I'm sure we've all done this, haven't we? So let me know where you're from, guys. Whatever country you're in. I can see there's 4 of you talking, but 10 of you watching. So please join in. Please subscribe. Let us know your name. Let us know where you are, what part of the world you're in. Oh, it is the rarest book about Elvis, worth over $1,000. Wow. And to buy now, Kathy Elvis' soprano singer in his band. You must know her from the concert videos. I'll have to look it up, but let's have a look. I have Elvis on tour. I don't know everything Elvis, just so you guys. I don't know everything about Elvis. I want to know everything about Elvis. I want to learn as much as I can. Are you excited about Baz's new up-and-coming concert movie from the TT? What is that? Tell me, Tracy, just say it to me. Refresh me. I'm just going to bring up your comment a bit. I'll put a little heart and then we'll, actually, no, that won't do it. I'll put up 100%. No, that won't do it either. What it is, there's a heart at the bottom of my screen that covers part of your comment. Here we are. New up-and-coming concert movie, TTW11 and on tour footage. You have to remind us about what's happening with Baz Luhrmann. I did hear that he was going to release all the uncut parts, the bits that were cut out of the original movie. I've heard about that. Right, let's go start. Right, let's get to 19. Let's get to the. Let's find this app I use to go through these movies. Here we go. So we are up to 1963. I'll quickly scan through. So we got in 56 was Loving You, Love Me Tender. No, Loving You. Right, let's get it right. 56, Love Me Tender. 57 and 57 again, Jailhouse Rock and Loving You. So Loving You can find on YouTube. Love Me Tender you can find on YouTube. Then we have Jailhouse Rock's 57. Then King Creole, which I think definitely one of my favourite. And I think Anita Wood used to visit him on set there. And I think he was let out of the army or delayed going into the army so he could finish filming of this in 1958. G.I. Blues, I think, that was his coming home movie after getting out of the army, just after the Frank Sinatra special. A massive success. And I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I didn't know that, Tracy. I didn't know that. It doesn't surprise me because I know Baz Luhrmann did a great job of the Elvis film, but he's known for doing Elvis stuff, I would think now. That's where he's going to make his big wonga. The big money for Baz Luhrmann is sticking with Elvis. The Elvis fans trust him, don't they? Do you agree with that? Gosh, you make me feel old. I'm 76. Become a fan in 1960 when I was 12. Well, I'm 57 on July the 10th. So only just behind you. Only just behind you. Not far away. 76 is the new 56. You do know that. 76 is the new 56. Yeah, I reckon I became a fan 1972. Could have been 71, 72. But you've been a fan since 1960, so you would have watched. Did you watch G.I. Blues at the cinema? Did you watch the Frank Sinatra special? If you became a fan then, you'll remember that, won't you? So they have Love Me Tender colorized on YouTube. Yes, I've seen it, Vincenzo. I've seen that. I've watched it. So we are Flaming Star, which I did watch about an hour of it. This is 1960. When fighting breaks out between two cultures. But I want to jump forward to I'll just quickly mention these until we get to 63. So Wild in the Country, troubled in 1961. A troubled young man discovers that he had the knack for writing when a counselor encourages him to pursue his literary career. I became an Elvis fan in 1976 when I was 4 years old. So you're only a couple of years different than me after watching Fun in Acapulco. And is that the one with Kurt Russell? Pretty sure where Kurt Russell kicks him. Oh no, that's the World's Fair. That is the World's Fair. Okay, I'm getting my facts wrong. I love, come on, guys. I love the Elvis films all through the 70s. Loved it. Brilliant. Yeah, I thought it might be. It's Gina, isn't it? Gina. Oh, right, okay. Not everyone had a TV, did they, in 1960? Is that right, Gina? So Blue Hawaii was in 1961. I find Blue Hawaii a bit boring, yeah. And I even find some of the songs on it a bit. They don't do it for me. He looks brilliant in it, and his co-star's lovely. What's her name? Joan Blackman, Angela Lansbury, and I love Angela Lansbury. I've seen her interviews talking about Elvis on YouTube. She really liked Elvis. But so Follow That Dream, I watched this morning, 1962, with Arthur Connell and Anne Helm. It's funny because Kurt Russell kicked Elvis, then he played Elvis, yeah. And I think that Elvis film was the best film. For me, that film is the best film by far. He really did. He got him down, didn't he? He really had to look the part, especially in his army uniform. Hi, Teresa. We know that. Beautiful songs. You love everything about Elvis. You are the most loyal fan. You always speak so highly of Elvis. Yeah, not many people have a TV in Australia back then. I totally agree with you about Blue Hawaii. Not one of my favorite movies. Follow That Dream. And I was told about an interview with Billy Smith, Elvis's cousin. And Billy Smith says that he feels that Follow That Dream was the closest you'll ever get to Elvis's true personality. Yeah. So do you guys agree with that? That Follow That Dream shows Elvis for who he really was, his personality and the way he acted and spoke. Elvis would send a Mother's Day card to Angela for years. He thought she was the hoot. Yeah. And her interviews are really good. She in her interview, she says how they would just sit together in between the filming and just chat for ages, chat for hours and hours. And she said he was lovely and charming and friendly and beautiful. Right, so I'm going to keep going until I get to 63. Then I'm going to start showing some clips. So then we've got Kid Galahad, which I don't think I've watched. I don't think. After completing his military service, Walter Gulick takes a job as a sparring partner at a gym. The owner of which sees the potential of Walt as a professional fighter. So it's where he's a fighter, but I've never watched it. Never watched it. I've seen clips of him fighting, but never actually watched it. Yeah, I think Billy was right. Always imagined to be a bit like that. It's quite a cute movie, isn't it? And the guy's in it from Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the guy who plays his grandfather. I think it's him anyway. Caught you on my break, King Korea. Hi, Nadja. You're not allowed to have a break. Where do you work, Nadja? Do you mind telling us? It's a great movie, fabulous soundtrack. Would be great to have a color version. Yes, Follow That Dream. Billy is probably right. So, can you get King Creole? Has King Creole been colorized, Nadja? I don't know. Yes, I heard that, Vincenzo, that Kurt Russell actually did use one of his jumpsuits. So, Gina, I can't believe you haven't watched all the movies. Kids Galahad was good. Elvis played a believable part. I just didn't. I just for some reason skipped that one. I don't really know why. I've watched bits of it. I love Roustabout. Love it. Absolutely love Roustabout. One of my favorite. I watched about half an hour of it yesterday. It starts off with him on the motorbike, doesn't he? And then you've got the very famous couple, amazing actors, and the dad runs him off the road, doesn't he? Brilliant film. Brilliant. And good songs in that one as well. Right, let's have a look. So we're up to Girls, 1962. When he finds out his boss is retiring to Arizona, a sailor has to find a way to buy West Wind, a boat that he and his father built. He also caught between two women, insensitive club singer Robin and Sweet Laurel, and it's Stella Stevens, Jeremy Slate, and the director is Norman Tarouk. Did you read my comments on? Yes, I did. And it's a really detailed comment. So I can tell from that comment that you completely understand how the body works, how the diet works, and what nutrition is. And it was a really, really good comment. Yes, I really enjoyed it. Right. So yeah, thanks for that, Annie. She's just brilliant, isn't she, that girl? She's so good. Charles Bronson was a kid in Kid Galahad. Right, I didn't know that. But I love Charles Bronson. Love him. He is amazing. Him and James Coburn that he played with in one of his films? Easy Come, Easy Go. I like to. Didn't really like Viva Las Vegas. I did like Viva Las Vegas. I don't think I've watched Easy Come, Easy Go. So that's definitely one I want to look up. Yeah, motorbikes. They're so dangerous though, aren't they? I'm too scared to ride a motorbike. But yeah, he looks so cool in it with his black leather jacket. So my husband, rode bikes, and his mates always used to kid him about looking like Elvis in his leathers. Yeah, he looked cool. Come on. Motorbikes, they're the coolest thing ever, but they're so dangerous. So dangerous. If Elvis was given half a decent script, the director, he was. Tracy, hi Tracy, and he definitely was a brilliant actor. Totally agree. You can see, you can use I will. I probably and can I call you Annie? Is it Annie? I probably will, Annie, but I want to do it when I'm talking about the diet. Yeah, because obviously in the last video we did earlier, it was all about Elvis's eating habits and his diet and different illnesses that he had. So us talking about the diet and what's good for you and what's bad for you, that subject fitted that girl that we put on. Is it Mary? It fitted that subject. But on this one, we're doing movies. What, Annie? What was your favourite movie? King Creole. Elvis kind of reminds me of James Dean. Yes, and did you know, Vincenzo? Did you know that that movie was originally made for James Dean? It was written for James Dean. Did you know that? Maybe because. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Nadia. Oh yeah, Vincent. I heard that King Creole was originally intended for. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise Marlon Brando was going to be in it as well. That would have worked, wouldn't it, guys? I love Elvis in it. He's brilliant, but I can definitely see James Dean and Marlon Brando doing that film. And Marlon Brando, again, one of my favourites. Love him. Think he's brilliant. Joe Mann, yes. I live in a small seaside town called Weston-super-Mare, near Bristol. Weston-super-Mare. How are you, Joe? Okay, you okay, mate? Imagine if Elvis would have done A Star Is Born. He would have been brilliant, but there's so many other roles, isn't there? Like, I heard that he almost did West Side Story. Could you imagine him doing West Side Story? And then you've also got the film, with Dustin Hoffman. What's it called? Dustin Hoffman. He was going to play the guy opposite him in that film that won loads of awards. Oh, it'll come to me in a minute. You know the one Dustin Hoffman plays like a homeless person? That film. Elvis was offered the lead. Midnight Cowboy. Midnight Cowboy. You imagine him doing that as well? There's quite a few roles that he was offered. You guys will tell me. He was offered a lot of brilliant film roles. Viva Las Vegas and Anne were both wonderful, beautiful together. Elvis was a wonderful actor and the best singer ever. Beautiful voice. I love Anne Margaret. Come on. And they're like, she is the female Elvis, and the way they dance and move and sing and the chemistry, it's like, oh, you can definitely see sparks flying. Don't think Elvis was the man for Star Is Born. The part was a good drug addict, aging rocker. Not good image for Elvis. I see that. It is a slightly odd film. I do like I think he did need something he could get his teeth into, innit? And I like Barbra Streisand in it. I've never been massively keen on the guy who played the man. Oh, what was his name again? Tell me his name. The one off Convoy. Convoy. We're all going on a convoy. That guy. What was his name? So Tracy, King Creole was taken from the book A Stone from Danny Fisher. Danny was originally a boxer, but they changed the script to Elvis. Yes, and I think I have read that. Thanks, Tracy. Great. Yes, Midnight Cowboy. Even that, the Midnight Cowboy role had some dark moments in the film. I don't think Elvis would have done the dark moments. Hank Williams, but don't you think Elvis got his teeth into Flaming Star and Wild in the Country? I had Flaming Star on. It just came on accidentally. I got a feeling it was on YouTube. It just suddenly came up. And yeah, good acting. Wild in the Country. I'd have to rewatch it. Chris Christopherson. Yes. He's okay. Do I like him in Star Is Born? I think someone could have played it better. It's my opinion. So, right, so we go. I do like Barbra Streisand, though. She is amazing. Parker took a lot of things away from us. Yeah, and it's all money. It's all to do with money, innit? Royalties and all the rest of it. So it happens at a World Fair, 1963, which is the one that Kurt Russell kicks Elvis. Mike and Danny hitch a ride to the World's Fair in Seattle after the sheriff seizes their opportunity with a duster plane to cover Danny's gambling debts. Mike looks after the drivers and niece at the fair, where he meets a cute nurse, and it's Joanne O'Brien, Gary Lockwood, and the director is Norman Turag. Then we have Fun in Acapulco, 1963. So in that year, no, so 63, he just makes 2 movies. 62, he makes 3 movies in 1962, which is like crazy. So 63, he just makes 2. Let's just have a quick look at 64. 64, he makes 3 films. Kissing Cousins, Viva Las Vegas, and Roustabout. Whew. How can you make 3 films in a year? Right, so we're going to start. Now we're on 64. We're going to try and find some of these clips. To be honest, Elvis could have played himself, would have made a great movie, yeah? Evel Knievel did that, didn't he? Evel Knievel played himself. Did any of you guys like Evel Knievel? Did you see him in his own film? Parker was demonized. It was the film studios who made the decision to put Elvis singing in the film because the fans wanted to see him sing. USA fans could see him in person, but the rest of us. It's true, Gina. Tracy, although to be fair, I would have gladly rented him for the night. Tracy, you have to behave. You're over 18s here. Over 18s. Just because you're clever doesn't mean you can be naughty. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. So, Gina, could only see him sing in films. Do you know what? I know that we all would like him to have done more dramatic roles, but come on, don't we love him singing in these films? And don't a lot of us really like the songs? People call them cheesy and corny, but come on, we love them. We love them. See, look, now Gina, you're getting Gina being cheeky now as well. I think Elvis was good in Charo. I've watched a bit of that. I don't remember all of it, though he didn't sing. Right, anyway, let's try and... I'm going to try and play some of these. So we're at Viva Las Vegas. This is the first one I'm going to do, I think. Yes, the carnival. I'm the same, Tracy. I'm the same. You ask my wife. I got more energy than she's got. Right, let's have a look. Did I tell you, Tracy, I did a carnival diet video earlier and Elvis Forever joined me in the video. It's good. And when I was doing this carnival diet video, Tracy, Elvis Forever was talking to me and someone commented and said, "Is this an Elvis channel?" Right. Love him singing in all the movies. I do as well. Come on. People moan that Elvis didn't want to sing in his movies, but we wanted him to sing in the movies. We loved him singing in the movies. We looked forward to the bits where he sang, didn't we? Come on, Elvis fans, do you agree? Could we have afforded the price of rent now? Well, if you go back to Mississippi Tupelo days, maybe in Shake Rag. Let's have a look. Love him singing in all the movies. Yeah, definitely. Elvis movies might look corny now, but when I was a teen, we couldn't wait for them to come to Australia, and those films made everyone happy, not like ugly, violent films today. Completely agree. Gina, totally agree. Those movies brought me so much happiness. So I can't even tell you. Just so you know, Gina, I've got a twin brother. He is also an Elvis fan, and we would sit together in my dad's restaurant watching these films every Saturday afternoon, and we could not wait for them to come, and we absolutely loved them. They brought us so much happiness. I can't even tell you how much happiness they brought us. And I remember it to this day, even though that was like 50 years ago. You met Dolores Hart once at a convent in Connecticut. That's very interesting. And she is so stunning. And who could have predicted that she was going to become a nun? Who could have predicted that? And she's still going, isn't she? Isn't she 85 or 83? I would have loved him to play detectives in movies, especially in the 70s. Man, he would have loved that. He could have done anything he wanted to, couldn't he, really? So yes, Patrick, those movies were great for kids and teens. Elvis was so endearing in them. I wanted to marry him. I wanted to marry him when you were 5. Yeah. I wanted to be his best friend. Right. I'm going to, when reading the book. Let's have a look. I'm just trying to find. Okay. So where are we? So we're going to try and find Viva Las Vegas. I've got to do it in a way where I don't play the music. I might have to turn the sound down. Soon find out. So I've got a feeling the Viva Las Vegas trailer is music all the way through. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's annoying because I've got. Here we go. Right, let me just see if I can.
Viva the excitement when these two let themselves go on a wild and woolly whirl through Funtown, USA. Yes, the sky's the limit for love, laughter, and those wonderful new sounds.
Can't play the music, guys. Cannot play the music. I get told off. Let's have a look. It's annoying. No, I can't play the music. I'll just show you a few clips without the music. It brings back a lot of memories, though. I think it was a good film. Right, let's find one that I can actually play the music. So I wonder if it says on here 1964. All right, it doesn't give any sort of. Should we read a comment on it? So we'll read some comments from this video. Elvis is amazing. They can't make them like that anymore. It's absolutely sensational. Anne Margaret was so cute in that movie, and she had sensational body. She did, guys. Most underrated film of all time. Then we've got. I remember always waking up on Christmas morning to hear "Here Comes Santa Claus." My mum made Christmas magical for my sister, and I would always associate that with Elvis and some other timeless songs. Hi, M. Lilo. Right. M. Lilo Mido. Is that your name? Tell me your name. Where are you from? Welcome. Thanks for joining in. Hi. Right. It's just a couple more comments from that film. This one says, Jailhouse Rock was the best film ever, and this one. It says here, thank you, Glenn Chambell, for playing guitar on the Elvis album. It says here, besides that, I thought it was a good film. You get to see many of the old Vegas landmarks that are now long gone. Good point. It's interesting reading these comments, actually. So you got, I wish I had met Elvis. I believe the dance routines are from the film inspired of the Bollywood movies. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. A few good songs. The plot wasn't great. Jailhouse Rock was good. King Creole was good. So, You get mixed comments. Right, okay, so let's do the next one. And Margaret. So Deborah Paget is still alive. I didn't know that, Vincenzo. I did not know that. So she's obviously from... Didn't she do 2 films with him? Was it... I know she did Love Me Tender. What was the other film? Did she do another film? I saw him in person in San Francisco. So, favorite jumpsuit is the Spade Arabian, which he wore when I saw him in person in San Francisco. I went to a show about 5 years ago in London in the Dome. So, in London in the Dome 5 years ago, and they may have displayed that. Oh, I am, yes. Am I getting it wrong? Oh, Deborah Paget is... No, Deborah Paget is from the first film, isn't she? From, yeah, Love Me Tender, isn't she? Because that's the one that's based... They loosely talk about her in this book, don't they? Where they say that Priscilla tried to dress up like her and do her hair like her. All right, so she only did Love Me Tender. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome aboard. Right, so let's go. We were doing... Right, so we're now on Roustabout. After a singer loses his job at a coffee shop, he finds employment a struggle at the carnival, but he attempted romance with a teenager leads to friction with her father. And I remember this really well, this one. This is, for some reason, this film really stands out in my mind, this film. Brilliant film, I thought. I really liked it. So we've got Barbara Stanwyck, who in her own right was super famous, and even Joan Freeman, and then we've got the director is John Rich. So they've changed the director. So the last film was George Sidney. This one it's John Rich. I wonder why they're changing directors, because before that was Gene Nelson and Richard Thorpe before that, and then we've got Norman Turag. So we're jumping around with directors here. I wonder why. Right, let's see if we can find it. So Roustabout. Trailer. Let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. Right, let's try and get it with no music.
Get off, buddy. Come on. No, that's karate. Come on. Elvis, getting the chicks all worked up, but cutting loose from any dolly who can tie him down. Until he meets the one girl who can tie him up.
You better leave, Charlie, please.
Because it was good?
Because it isn't right for me. I'm not a one-night stand.
Hiya, the big show is about to begin. He's back, he's ready, and here he is now. It's Elvis Presley, freewheeling, free-swinging on the Carnival Midway, where there's girls galore. The main attraction for any two-fisted roustabout.
Hey, what are you doing? Come on, back.
Oh, you want this?
Well, be funny.
Elvis, shilling and shouting as he starts roustabouting, strumming and humming till the crowds start coming to the girl shows and the side shows, where there's fun and excitement in the air, and danger and daring on the ground.
Oh, this bit, we gotta watch this bit.
Like I told you, I'm a coward. Well, right behind me then. Dames do that. No, thanks. Goodbye, dear. Give her the helmet. Can I help it if he's crazy? You know what you just did?
Now, forget it, mister. Here, take another ball.
That's Kathy up there, Joe.
Kid, I told
You keep out of this. Look, I'm a real peaceable man, son, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick up one more ball. If you're still standing there after I throw it, I'm gonna break your spine.
I love that song, Big Love. Can't play it though, guys, because I get copyrighted by YouTube. Big love. You guys can sing it, yeah? Right, next one. I enjoyed that, actually. Some really good clips in that, wasn't it? It was like all our highlight clips that we liked, I thought. So that was 1964, and the director was John Rich. Yeah, Diane. Hi, Diane. Hope you're well. Remind me where you're from, Diane. Girl Happy. So that's 1965. And it's Chicago mobsters hire a rock and roll singer and his band to keep an eye on his daughter during spring break in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that's where Elvis did his basic training, isn't it? Is that right, guys? So then we've got Shelley Fabars. I've seen interviews with Shelley Fabars talking about Elvis, and Harold J. Stone, and the director was Boris Segal. So Girl Happy. I've seen it. Right, Girl Happy. Let's have a look. Alabama, the US. Sorry, my memory is terrible, Diane, but welcome. Thanks for joining us. And anyone new on this channel, please subscribe. It means a lot. And if you hit the notification bell, then when we go live and live stream, you'll all get notified so we can all chat together quite quickly. Or just hit the join button, guys. Hit join. So we've got, don't know if you've checked our interview by Joe Crine, Collecting King Elvis interviews. Most first-hand accounts of people who knew Elvis. Great source of YouTube. What's the YouTube channel? Collecting. No. I know that channel. I'm subscribed to that channel. Brilliant channel. Thanks, Cheryl. Excellent advice there, guys. Really good YouTube channel. That. Let's have a look. Gosh, no, Louis. Fort Lauderdale is the resort. Not. So Fort. Oh, tell me the name of it then. The name of where he did his basic training. Fort. Come on, Tracy. Fort Worth. Is that it? Fort Worth. Fort Hodod. No. Fort Hood. Is it Fort Hood? I think in 1958, isn't it? Sadly, it was. Let's just. I do know this, but Elvis Basic. Let's do it. Elvis Basic Training. Elvis Basic. I think it's Hood, isn't it? It is Hood Training. Yeah, so it was the 17th of September, 1958. He was in the tank division at Fort Hood in Texas. Fort Hood in Texas. Thank you. Just outside Waco. It's all right, guys. You were putting me right. I like that. GL Blues, yeah. Right, so we were just about to do a trailer of, let me just get it right. Was it? Let's get the right trailer up. So wasn't it? Let's have a look. Right, so we're doing Fun in Acapulco. Is that where we were? I tell you, I've lost my place now. No, we got past that. No, it wasn't that. It was Girl Happy. Girl Happy. Come on, let's find it. Girl Happy trailer. Right, let's try and see if there's no music in it. Oh, no. Come on. Get past the music.
Love as thousands of the faithful neck up a storm.
No boys in the room. Thank you.
Do not disturb. Hang a
Bye, bye, Gina. Who's Gina? All right, no. Come on, no music.
I'm not a detective. I'm a father.
Oh, I've just been informed that she's in jail.
Jail! You mean you want to be in jail? It's to see a girl.
A jailbreak going the other way. Get in here.
The boys broke a tunnel and
Then there's more?
Okay. Right, next one. So soon my kids are going to arrive home, so we've got about 10 minutes left, and then I got to wrap it up because my kids are just going to climb all over me and scream. Right, let's have a look. So we are up to. So Girl Happy was 1965. The director was Boris Segal, and it had Schaefer Bars and Harold J. Stone, and this is his 17th film. So we are now up to Tickle Me, which is 1965. A singing rodeo rider gets hired at an expensive all-female dude ranch beauty spa and falls for a pretty fitness trainer who's under constant threat from a gang who wants her late grandfather cachet of gold that's hidden in a ghost town. And the director is Norman Taroug, so he's back because he didn't do the last three. And then it's Julie Adams and Jocelyn Lane. Obviously 1965, guys. So Tickle Me trailer. Right, Tickle Me trailer. And it's a fun film, isn't it? Malido. And then we've got Shelley is one of my favorite co-stars. I've seen her interview. She's great. So let's find this. I know that they're on YouTube. I know someone has, because I watch it, someone has pieced together all 31 films, and you can watch this is the trailers, yeah? And you can watch all 31 trailers. You can just sit there for an hour watching these trailers. I was watching it, going through them with my son the other day. We were watching them all. And if you're obsessed with Elvis like I am, you don't mind watching them. Hang on.
Whose job is wrangling fillies on a dude ranch, where the little girl with the big eyes is a cowboy's dream.
Oh, I mean business.
I've heard of this happening to secretaries before, but this is ridiculous.
No, no.
Leave it to Elvis to find a ghost town with real live ghosts.
What'd I tell you? It's your imagination. It's no use, Pam. He's too smart for us.
He's a hard-hitting hombre, and the kind of guy that brings a ghost town to life.
The Panhandle Kid. Who just did?
No music. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't play any music because I get told off. So I love to watch Tickle Me. Right. I think we got enough for one more. I think we'll do one more. Let's have a look. So the next one on the list is this will be his 19th movie, guys. It's 1965. So in 65, he made 3 films. 3 films, guys. And it is, let's have a look. So it's American singer Johnny Tyrone is enlisted by sinister forces to assassinate an Arab king and falls in love with the very king's daughter, who is Mary Ann Mobley. So Mary Ann Mobley and Fran Jeffries, and the director is Gene Nelson. So it's Harum Skarum. I don't think I've watched this one, but maybe it will come back to me when I do the trailer. So Harum Skarum. Let's have a look, guys. Hopefully there's not too much music in here, so let's have a look. Right, let's have a look.
Across the burning sands rides a dauntless stranger, meeting every challenge with flashing sword and bare-handed daring.
Where does he come from? Who is he? Well, I'm the Sheik of Araby. Ghost young man.
The wildest, wackiest adventures of his entire career. Lured by a desert temptress into an Arabian rumble. Give the American a foretaste of things to come. Risking his neck for dames he never saw before. And seconds later, he's singing the love songs.
This is
No, you're not. You're not allowed.
yes, so
As he invades the inner sanctums of love. In your wildest nightmares, you've never imagined such goings on. As Elvis gets with it in a rockin', rollin', swingin' spoof.
Okay. Okay. I wouldn't say that's one of my favorite. Not really my thing, but I gotta watch it, and I gotta watch it. So let's have a look. So we're gonna go to. I think we're gonna do one more. Then I'm gonna have to go, guys. So we are on the 20th one. It's 1966. It's Frankie and Johnny. I think. Did you like guys like Frankie and Johnny? It is Donna Douglas and Harry Morgan. It's a new director who is Frederick de Cordova. And the story is a riverboat singer with a weakness for gambling wants to find his lucky redhead, but his girlfriend Frankie is not amused. Okay, let's have a look. Frankie and Johnny. Did they make a remake of Frankie and Johnny with Michelle Pfeiffer and Al Pacino? Right, Frankie and Johnny, which actually wasn't that quite a good film. Let's have a look. Johnny trailer. So see if it comes up, guys. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Right. Right. We need to make sure we're getting the Elvis one. Is that it? Let's have a look. I think that's it. Right, come on. Oh, we did. No music. Oh God, there's lots. Let me just turn down the volume because they're singing all the way through this. So we'll just do it with no singing. There must have been a lot of singing for them to play songs all the way through the trailer. It's more of a musical, isn't it, guys? So I think that was the 20th movie. 20th movie. Okay, I think I'm going to end it there. So thanks for everyone joining in. So there's going to be another part to this. So I'll probably come back and do another part tomorrow. I just love listening to all your comments when I'm going through these movies, and you guys are just giving me your memories because we're all going back in time, aren't we? We're all going back to the late 60s, the 70s, and we're remembering being at home with our families, with our siblings, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunties, and obviously our mums and dads, and we're remembering watching these films, and we're just children. With most of us, let's face it, we're children when we grew up, and it just brought us all so much happiness, didn't it? We loved it. It just takes me back, and it reminds me that I did love my childhood, because obviously I have some bad memories of my childhood. But when I watch these kind of films, I'm like, oh, I loved it. I wish I could get in a time machine and go back to the early 70s and sit with my mum and dad. Yeah, actually brings a tear to my eye. My brothers and sisters, and friends visiting, and it's just life is so special, but you don't know it at the time. When you're like 7, 8, 9 years old, yes, I really wish I could turn the clock back. But actually, these films help us do that. And luckily, I've got small children. I've got 5 kids, and two of them very small, and I can sit them down on my lap and we can watch an Elvis film together, and I can bring back those memories and watch Elvis being again watching my kids falling in love with Elvis. And if you can get them off their phones, because this is the main problem with kids' phones, if you can get them off their phones and get them to watch these brilliant, fun films that are made for children, and going out on dates. Did any of you go out on dates to watch an Elvis film? Did you go to the cinema on a date to watch an Elvis film? My parents dated when the Beatles were out in the 60s. So my parents lived in London in the 60s, and they went on dates and watched the Beatles, Hard Day's Night. So, yeah, I'm lucky. I mean, my kids, you know, I don't really give them a choice. We watch Elvis. We sing Elvis. Me and my kids, we sing together. We always have. When we walk the dogs, we sing. When we go for a drive, we sing. When I'm walking around the house doing repairs, we sing. We are a singing family. I'm on about my kids and me now. And we love it. We love it. That's right, guys. So please subscribe if you're new to this channel. If you haven't introduced yourself, you're very welcome. We are a small family that we're in the early stages of this channel growing. Obviously, you know, it's Elvis Presley fans searching for the truth, because we're trying. I tried to keep this particular live stream quite light-hearted, because the last one was very serious about Elvis's Elvis being very unwell and his different problems he had with his health. So I wanted this one to be light-hearted, so we could just have a bit of fun, laughter, and smile too. But the purpose of this channel at the moment, yes, it's to remember Elvis and to share how much we love him, but it is also, we are trying to find the truth about Elvis so that non-Elvis fans and maybe some Priscilla fans can understand how amazing Elvis was, and that many lies are told about Elvis that we disagree with. And we're all here together as a family to stand up for Elvis. We want to stand up for Elvis. Nadia, yeah, Nadia, I do have a Facebook page. I do have. If you put in Louis' World of Elvis, I'll type it for you. If you type that in, it comes up. My Facebook. We're all welcome to join that. So, you know, we are united as a channel to defend Elvis, searching for the truth. That is why we're all here, guys. But we also are here to just enjoy Elvis and enjoy each other's company. I think that we're in the very early stages of this channel. This channel's only really been going in the way that it is now for about 3 weeks. I know it's obviously the channel's older than that, because I've been posting shorts and videos about Elvis and his life for nearly 2 years now. So we've got the live stream side of the channel, which is for us, so we can defend Elvis and search for the truth, and we can find out the truth about many things that have gone on that are unfair. But then we've also got on this channel, we've also got the shorts and the videos, so we can look at Elvis's life. And my shorts and my videos celebrate Elvis's life in many ways. So please subscribe so we can all be in this together. If you want to join the channel, please join. I've had a few people join up lately. I'm very lucky that we've had. Let me just see if it lets me know the names. Sometimes it doesn't let me know the names. We've got Eileen Hellaby, Tracy Webb, Shirley Jewry, Stacey Hastart, James McCarthy, my friend James. We've got Judith Scona and Philomena Barbaro and Wicked Felina have all joined the channel. And I tell you what, it means a lot to me, because it's only 99 cents a month, but it isn't the money for me, guys. It's your way of saying to me that you like what I'm doing. It's your way. I don't need money. It's just, for me, it's a pat on the back. It's like, I like what you're doing, and that's why it means everything to me. Or if you buy me a coffee, you can do that. it just, for me, it's a sort of a thank you. Yeah. But no pressure, guys. I'm quite happy to have you as subscribers. I love you being my subscribers. I love you being in our family, and just enjoying everything together. So I don't think I've watched Frankie and Johnny. I'm going to have to watch that. Yeah, I'm going to have to look that. Okay, guys. So I'm sending you all love. Thanks for joining in. And I love we're all making friends with each other and chatting to each other and getting to know each other. It's great. It means a lot to me. And if you want to message me, go ahead. I always read all the comments, and I do my best to reply to every comment. Thanks, guys, from the UK. I will try and do one more live stream later around 8 p.m. tonight, UK time, but it's not definite. It's all to do with how noisy the kids are. If the kids aren't too noisy, then I can do it. If they're too noisy, it's almost impossible. So goodbye to you guys. Thanks a lot. It means a lot. If you want to carry on chatting when I end the stream, carry on chatting, and I'll read your comments to each other as well. Thank you, guys.